Welcome, guys. It is Brad with College SportsCast. We have got another show for Portal Talk, but we're also going to mix in some Big Fuss hot topics. Here we go. We're on the Big Fuss.
Can I please have your attention?
There's all a commotion around here.
What are you talking about?
Let them yap at you.
It's actually very exciting.
Welcome. It's the Big Fuss Show. I am Brad. I've got my co-host John Hammonds on here with me. What's up, Hammonds?
What's up, man?
And we've got our new guy with us down there with a glass all up in his hand. What's up, Coach Ty?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
We are here to have a little bit of fun. It is Tuesday night, and we're going to do a cross episode of a little bit of Wildcat Weekly and the Big Fuss Show. But before we get started, I always start off with my Facebook stuff, man. Coach Ty has been added into our chat, man. We are having a blast and having some fun in our subscribers chat. If you're not there, you're missing out. We put a little bit of info in there, and we have some fun. Ask Coach Ty. We have a little fun in there, don't we?
Yes, we do. We're the meme kings right now.
All right. So if it's only 99 cents a month, guys, hit that subscribe. You also get a subscribers page that you can post in. And like I said, man, don't miss out. It's a great time of year. There's a lot of stuff going on, and we're trying to keep track of it. And we're talking about it and everything else. So again, 99 cents a month. Hit us up for that subscribers page. If you're on YouTube, man, we are growing and growing there. We're getting closer and closer to 800 on YouTube. So we're trying to grow that as well, and been doing a little bit of stuff on TikTok. So check us out. I did a live with Coach Ty the other day, a couple of days ago, and we had a little bit of fun on that. And we're going to try to continue to do a few of those a week as well. So try to do everything here, man.
Yep.
A little bit of everything. All right, so we're going to get started. Actually, I'm going to mix this up a little bit. I'm going to get started with the girls. Last night was the WNBA draft last night, and the Kentucky girls, man, like they done something first time in program history. 4 of the girls that I cover for the last 2 years, actually that I've been doing for 3.5, but these girls about 2 with Coach Kenny Brooks. 4 of these girls got drafted last night. It's a program record. 2 in the first round and 3 in the third, or 2. Let me say that again. 1 in the second round and 3 in the third round. 4 girls last night was drafted. Tiani Key was the first to go off the board in the second round, about 7 picks in on the second round. John, she went to an expansion team. The expansion team, Toronto Tempo, I think, is the new team there out of Toronto. I mean, let's be honest, expansion team, Tiani ought to have a pretty good chance to make this team and grow here.
Yeah, I mean, she's the highest Kentucky pick this season, a 6'5" forward, a lot of upside. You know, she battled injuries, Brad, but she still showed potential. For me, she's the type that, you know, could stick and grow into a real WNBA piece, I think. And what it means for Kentucky is, you know, it gives you a recruiting boost, national respect, a lot of development. You know, you look at Georgia Amore last year. She was one of the first-round picks in 25. Now they got 26. That's how you build a pipeline for the women's game.
And then I want to hit Toni Morgan. She went off with the 32nd pick. She landed with the Chicago Sky. She is the starting point guard to fill Georgia Amore's shoes this year. She played 1 year, transferred in from Georgia Tech, but really became a great playmaker for Coach Kenny Brooks at Kentucky here. And she goes off the board for the 32nd pick. And Chicago Sky just traded away Angel Reese and a couple of pieces. So they're kind of scrambling. They they have a few positions open here. This could be a good spot for Tony Morgan as well.
It is. The thing about Tony Morgan, she's got a really good skill set, decision making. She's real good at IQ. She can run a team, has a legit shot to stick as a backup point guard. Now, she needs to prove she can score enough to stay on the floor, I think. But her skills as a point guard, I mean, they're all the roof. The one I really liked was Amia Hassett, stretch forward. She, floor spacing to me in the WNBA game is a really, really valuable.
I mean, John, anytime you can hit 99 3-pointers in a season, that's pretty damn good, Coach Ty, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
I'll say this: if she's got to shoot shots consistently, knock down shots consistently. If not, I feel like she's going to have a tough time holding a roster spot. But if she can shoot well, like when the camp's coming up, I think she can stick here. That's to me, it's a 50-50 shot, Brad. In Los Angeles Sparks, like I said, they're taking advantage of it. They're giving her opportunity to play, and I think it's a great place for her.
They had a press conference today, and I'll get to that in a second. But Jordan Obi, going at the second to last pick here, the 44th pick in the third round, was kind of the surprise, the real big surprise. I mean, Hassett was a little bit of a surprise, but Jordan Obi she started about 2/3 of the season. She come off the bench towards the end. She averaged 9 points and like 6 rebounds. But now she came from Penn. She averaged about 14 points a game at Penn. But she wanted some notoriety here, and she winds up with the Las Vegas Aces, John, the defending champs.
Yeah, this is the one that I was kind of concerned about. It's a late pick. You're joining a championship level roster, a team that's loaded.
Yep.
My concern with this is the competing against elite veterans. Like, how are you going to go up against, the players that they got?
Jewel Lloyd and, all them. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Girls, yeah, and there's going to be limited roster spots. Now,
the one thing that is good here, John, is the new CBA takes place, and there is 2 new developmental pieces, roster spots on each team that they haven't had before. So that if you can get one of those 2 spots for each team, you're guaranteed your spot, and you can dress for up to 12 games in that developmental spot.
Here's the thing. If you really don't get that spot, there's a chance you could go overseas and get some development.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's not a bad thing. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people that have carved up a overseas career, and they've ended up in the NBA. So it's always possible for Jordan Obi to carve out that kind of career.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Kenny Brooks last night, today was super excited for the girls, man. I mean, it means a lot to him and to his program, to be honest with you. Ty, I know you're not a women's sports guy, but you do know, like NBA picks and all that kind of stuff. 4 WNBA picks, a program record. Anytime you can get something like that, it definitely means a lot to your program, right?
Oh yeah, the gold standard is making it to the WNBA. Just like on the men's side, NBA, and like y'all said, even if you've got to go through the way of overseas, that's pretty much like your G League for the NBA. So you're going over there, you're getting your reps, you're coming back, you're a stronger, better player, especially with what Kenny Brooks is doing right now, putting these girls in the league. That's attractive. Like, I want to go there. He's putting people in the league. Now, is it UConn? No, but it's a step. It's a step above what we had before. So Kenny is taking the team and doing the trajectory up. So you got to be putting that in the spotlight.
And in a second year now to have 5 WNBA draft picks in 2 years, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, got to the Sweet 16 this year in the NCAA tournament. So he's been moving up. That's all I can say.
Well, and I think this year you got to at least go Elite Eight. You know, you got 3 McDonald's All-Americans coming in. You picked up a really nice piece in the portal, the Patterson girl from
that
UConn.
This one here, yeah.
And then you got Clara Stratt coming back, probably one of the best players in the country. That in her class is probably the only one that's back in college that, you know, awards-wise.
Honestly, talking about the WNBA, I mean, Clara Strack ought to easily be a top 10 pick next year.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think that'll be pretty easy. She could be a top 5 depending on how she plays this year, you know, this coming year. But I think easily she could be a top 10. Ayanna Patterson was Miss Basketball 2022 at Indiana. She was the number 4 overall recruit. That's how she ended up at UConn. She has had some injuries. She blew out a knee, missed a year. She had a shoulder injury, missed a year. So she was a redshirt sophomore. She's got 2 years of eligibility left here. You know, coming to Kentucky and coming to Kenny here. And Kenny worked magic with Tiani Key, got her, you know, to second round, 22nd pick here. She had knee trouble at North Carolina, and he worked magic with Tiani Key. I would think that's probably what Ayanna Patterson is looking at here.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. A couple other things, just some big needs. I think a couple of big girls. Patterson might be one of those, but I have heard there's been some contact with the College of Charleston guards. There's twin sisters, Taryn and Taylor, and is it Barbot? I'm not sure how you pronounce their last name, to be honest with you. But they're really good players, good shooters, both guards, 5'9" and 5'10".
And then you got the DeFreeze girl from Mineville, Ohio, which is a really good shooter. So,
and she's 6'3". She's got some size to her. So she would be a good one to maybe fill Amelia Hassett's spot that is leaving. They got drafted last night. So just to throw out a few names for the girls' side of things there. I did want to, throw out a few names. There is another one that I will throw out as a Marquette girl. Trying to think of her name now that I just said that. Let's go on, and I'll come back. It'll come to me. I know her name. I've seen it 300 times today, but right now when I'm trying to think of it, it's slipping my mind. But she's 6'3".
I got a question for you all, though, real quick, about the Kenny Brooks thing. It just hit me. Why do you all say it's got to be a Elite Eight for this year? Like that's the measuring stick. Why is that? And like I said, I don't know too much about the girls team, but why do y'all say that that he kind of has to go to that Elite Eight?
Well, I say that because, like, okay, so the year before they went to the round of 32. Okay. This year they went to Sweet 16.
Oh, okay.
Like each year, you gotta progress. Like, okay, I take it from the men's side. Pope and them went to Sweet 16 last year. This year they dropped out of round 32. Like, you have to be progressing every single year. And I feel like if you're not progressing every single year, then you kind of get a little noise among the fan base. Like, you gotta be able to progress as the season goes, and you get what I'm saying. Like,
no, I didn't know that he took a step each year. I just thought, like, I didn't know that. So okay, I see what you're saying.
I think you need to take a step each and every year, and we'll get to the basketball here in a minute. So.
Okay, yeah, no, I just wanted. I didn't know like his track record up to now. I knew that he was putting young ladies in the pros and getting the high talent in here. I just didn't know that he was taking that step every year. Okay, that makes total sense then.
And then Kenny, has a star player coming back. Like I said, could be a top 5 pick next year. Top 10 for sure. Probably the best center in the game coming back. So, I mean, that's a big piece. And you got 3 McDonald's All-Americans coming in. So, you know how that goes. You've been around the game enough that these are really talented girls that are coming in. So there is a little pressure to move things up, but I want to end like I really, really enjoyed watching and covering these girls the last couple of years under Kenny Brooks. 3 of these girls have been there for 2 years. Jordan Obi, Amelia Hassett, and Tiani Key come in with Kenny, and then Jordan Obi, and then Tony Morgan come in this year from Georgia Tech. I just want to say, man, I'm super proud of you guys, all of you girls, to work the way that you have and overcome some things. Each and every one of you, you're in your own game, have overcome some things. And I just want to say I'm super proud of you, man. It was really good to watch that last night and to see all of you guys get drafted. So super proud. I know several of you's parents and everything else. So it's just a good moment. And I just want to say, I'm just proud of you. So I hope you go out. I hope you go to Vegas and LA and Toronto and Chicago and kill it. Honestly, all of you. So, all right, we are going to move on. I know we've got some people here that want to talk the men's side of things as well. So we are going to move on with that. All right. I am going to start out with the Jaden Quainton stuff. Jaden Quainton enters the draft today. I don't think it's a surprise to anybody that JQ is entering the draft here. The only thing I will say was it a little odd that he waited till today of all days?
He might, in those situations, him working out, he might have had to test that water to see what that knee is. You just don't know. Or he had a procedure, he had to wait. We just don't know what that knee goes. So if he put his testers out and be like, hey, listen, I'm going to be entering the draft. What place am I? If I'm going in the second round, it might be time to come back overseas, wait a year. But now that maybe he heard I might be going 15 through whatever. Okay, well, let me go ahead and put my name in the draft now. So yes, it is a little bit weird, but his situation is a little bit more unique than anybody else's because he's coming off an injury where he only played one game. So he had to go out there and put a little bit of fillers out there.
Yeah, he never really got right at Kentucky. His knee swelling limited him all year. He never got a real chance to show what he was capable of. You had the St. John's game, which I felt like was his kind of coming out game. Then after that, it just kind of derailed everything.
I mean, he played 2 or 3 other games, but one of them was a nobody game, and he only played like 7 minutes in the first half or something.
And then his draft stock dropped. He was viewed as a top 10 talent. Now he's more of a risk, kind of an upside pick. But here's the thing that most people don't realize. NBA teams, and you can ask Ty this, they still value size. Big men, defense, potential, they draft on those things. And, Quaintance has that. Now, where his knee is from a month or 2 from now, I don't know. But the odds are somebody's going to pick this kid up and somebody's going to take a chance on him.
I mean, the one thing I will say outside of his knee, we all want to talk about the knee and the injury, and it's an important deal here. I'm not going to say it's not, but you talk about the big guys. In today's NBA, they want the big guys to be able to step out 24 feet from the basket and knock them down. And the one knock that I would say about JQ's game here, going to the NBA, is I don't think he's quite ready to do that. And Ty, with the knee injury, do you think that's going to knock him maybe out of the first round here, or do you think he is safely in the first round?
I still think he's in the first round because, like y'all both said, one thing you can't teach, and that's what we always say, is you can't teach size. You just can't. Yeah. You can teach a jump shot, you can teach dribbling or whatever. And yes, we're talking even pros have to practice that. Whether people think that Steph Curry can just go out there and shoot, he practices. So the amount of time that he can go with a trainer, go in there, get that little mid-range and fine-tune his game, it's a risk you're willing to take, because if he was to be able to go out there and perform like people think he can, that's just that's even more. So I think he's still safely in the first round. I do.
And Wireman, I mean, in my opinion, there was swelling in his knee, that he did have an issue going on. And I mean, did he get shut down because of that? Yes. So to answer your question, it's a little bit of both, to be quite honest. I mean, in my opinion, it is. So, all right. I did want to get to JQ, because I will end with this. I mean, Ty's already said it here. I would be shocked if he falls out of the first round here. I think he is probably in the 15 to 22 range after the season he just had. That would be my guess here in the first round, would be in the 15 to 22 range. And if either one of y'all want to debate that, you can.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up right now.
That's about where I have him. I think the Warriors had the 21st pick. I think there's a couple teams in there that could use a big. So, well,
yeah,
they got him at 29 right now. The Cavs.
Yeah, I think
really not a bad spot.
No, it's not. I mean, if you're the Cavs, and let's just say it's the Cavs, I mean, you're not really risking too much. I mean, you've a late pick.
Well, I mean, you got Donovan Mitchell there, which could be a plus, being a guard and kind of lofting the ball, doing things of that nature, and he could come out, and it just all depends, like I said, like what he does in these NBA draft evaluations coming up, which they're probably coming up, Brad, in May, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll find out a lot more about where Jaden Quanis might end up at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going to get the invite for the combine and all that. We'll see what happens. Does he do anything at all? Does he just do the interviews? I mean, we'll see.
If I'm him, I'm just doing interviews. I'm gonna jump a little bit. I'm trying to protect myself as much as I can. I'll do the jump. I'll do the shuffle and everything else. As far as playing right now, no. I'll go to the teams that I know that I can. I'll do the team workouts,
individual workouts. Yeah,
that's what I would do.
Yeah. All right, guys. Stokes did come for a visit yesterday. He was here all day yesterday. He was playing. He was in Rupp last night, shooting, had his phone out on Instagram, doing a bunch of stuff last night. There was a whole bunch of positive buzz last night and yesterday. First of all, I just want to talk about that and even getting Stokes here on the visit. I do think Nike is behind this. Ty and I talked about it on our TikTok. But being able to get him here for a visit. And then today, John, I'll start with this. NBA.com reporter that he's been talking with here and has built a little bit of relationship. McPeak is her name, I think. And she released a statement basically saying that he's going to take a little bit of time and that it could be up to 2 weeks before he makes a decision. And from that point on today, it seemed like everything just kind of snowballed after all of that, to be honest with you. Just negativity after negativity after negativity, it seemed like. But my question, John, is, I mean, doesn't at this point, it's April 14th. You just had him here for a visit. I don't think anybody expected that he was going to make a decision yesterday or today. Mm-hmm. Aren't you waiting for him for a little while here?
Yes and no. Here's the thing you got to worry about, and me and Ty kind of mentioned this the other night. It's playing a domino effect on these other guys. You probably got guys thinking, well, is Kentucky going to take me, or are they waiting on him? What does the roster look like? You lose multiple players. not just one.
I mean, you can go out and get some other positions.
Well, here's the problem. Waiting on Stokes, here's the worst and best case scenario. You land a program franchising player. The worst case, you're left scrambling with limited options. In Kentucky, I feel like, is not in that position right now. They can recruit him hard, but they can't pause everything for him, Brad. They must keep pushing for him and keep adding portal players at the same time. Because here's what happens. If they go all in and they miss, you end up with what? Another reset year, another year where Mark Pope might not even make it out of the tournament again. There's more pressure on the program. Like there's a lot to digest there.
So, Ty, I guess my question to you then is this, like, I don't think there's not been a ton of negativity around Stokes other than he was going to take some time and that it was closer to 50-50 and he was going to take some time around some people that have been close to him. So is that, should the fan base buy into like that's just not good and this and that and everything else, or should we all just kind of back off, let this kid make his decision?
I mean, first and foremost, fan base, I hate to say this. Shut up. I'm sorry. Just shut up, guys. Just chill. To think that he was going to come here to yesterday and make a decision today. Yeah. Hey, y'all. I got a beach house property in Pikeville for you. Okay. I got it for you. He wasn't. I mean, I hate to burst everyone's bubble. He's not. It's not a perfect world. This kid is a 18-year-old man that is enjoying life. He's seeing everything. And to be honest, I don't blame him for this. I don't. Why would I want to come into a program that doesn't have nothing? Why would I want to do that? I got to see the same thing with Kansas because Kansas doesn't have anything either. So I'm going to chill, sit back. I'm going to figure out where all the parts are, and people can say, "Oh, well, he's got to the string to this, he's got a string to that." Okay, that's fine, but everyone knows he's the biggest domino piece. I just think at this point right here, fans need to just relax, stop hitting panic. I understand that we want the big boom every 5 seconds. Chill. Just relax. It's going to happen. If it doesn't, we move on to the next person.
Well, and I'll say this, and I'll bring that up to the whole Rob Wright situation with him visiting yesterday and today. So a few days ago, Kentucky was viewed as the favorite, right, Brad? He took a visit to Lexington. There was a lot of buzz that he would even commit on right then. That momentum kind of cooled off. Travis Branham come out and said, well, Kentucky's kind of decreasing now. BYU, there's a possibility he could go back to BYU. I'm going to tell you what's happening. And a lot of people don't understand this because they're not in the game. And the thing is, Ty's been in the game. Wright is a top portal guard, okay? I think he's averaging 18, 19 a night. Very elite shooting. Multiple programs are involved. You got BYU. I think at one point St. John's was in there. He's likely using some of these visits to increase leverage. This isn't recruiting anymore, y'all. This is negotiation. And Kentucky's getting pulled into bidding wars, uncertainties, late pushes, and it's a crazy game to go down through. And Pope's going to have to overpay for some of these kids. And I know that sounds crazy. And one of these kids that you have to overpay for, I think, is Rob Wright. I think he's that good. Now, you lose out on Rob Wright, you got Zoom Diallo in the back pocket, possibly. But what happens if you lose him? Then here's my thing. You cannot, Brad, and we said this, you cannot have mid-tier players in Lexington if you want to go to the top of the SEC. You can't be sixth place in the SEC, okay? That's what you said to me a few days or about a week ago.
Yeah.
Here's my problem, and I've said it all along. Michigan, and I guess this is his second or third year.
Second.
He had Michigan in a Final Four in his second year. And this is the rant I was going to go on, and let me rant just for like 2 more seconds. Okay? This is Kentucky. This isn't Michigan. This isn't Kansas. This isn't Houston. This isn't any of these top schools. This is Kentucky, Ty. And you're having to – I get the recruiting has changed. The level of the playing field has changed. But you should be able to get these kids on campus just based off on the brand. And you're not doing it. Now you get a couple guys, mid-major guys, and then you get right. But where has the brand Kentucky went to? The last 5 years, I'm sorry, Brad, we have been the laughingstock of every single program and rival on Twitter. And to me, it hurts because I love this program. I love this program so much. This program means a lot to me. I bleed blue and white. But Kentucky should not be having this happen, Brad. None.
I mean, John, it is a completely different landscape. And I have told you, I think it actually hurts the Blue Bloods worse than it hurts the other programs.
But I get that,
And
Brad. I know
the reason why is because what you said used to be true, that people wanted to come to Kentucky or Kansas or North Carolina's or Duke's because of the brand. That used to be true. Nowadays, it's not about the brand. It's about the bag.
Brad, I get that.
So I don't care where you could be at Texas Tech. You could be at Oklahoma State. They just landed Liv McGill in the women's today, I'm sure, through a bag. I mean, like what I'm telling you is nowadays it's really not about the brand. Now, having said that, there is some issues here that does not seem is about the brand.
Okay, before we get to that, give me just 1 second. And I'm being dead serious because I talked to I normally don't do this, but I went back in my bag for a little bit and had to apologize to some of these people to get back into some groups. And I asked them the exact same thing. I had to kiss some butt. I'm sorry. I did it because I love y'all. But I asked them, I said, what is it about Kentucky that they was like, you got to think about the day and age. Kentucky's name isn't as big as it was when we all were growing up. It just isn't. People are more attracted to Duke, more attracted to these other schools. If you go to a high school right now, half of them like Duke, half of them like North Carolina. It is what it is. Kentucky has lost that luster that it had in its 80s, 90s, 50s, 60s. He's like, it just doesn't ring out. But the fan base is so big and we watch them. The fan base is huge. I mean, it is what it is. It's like the Dallas Cowboys in a way. Like the fan base is crazy. So you're still going to get the higher views and the higher TV shares. But as far as these kids, Kentucky doesn't mean as much as it was back then. That's what he said. I'm just the messenger.
I get that, Ty, from that point of view. But what I'm saying is, you got the teams like Duke. Even Duke was kind of big in the early 90s with Leitner. Mm-hmm. You know, Hurley, Grant Hill. Yet they're still doing the things. Like they haven't kind of changed much. Coach K was there.
But he also groomed his guy. Coach K did.
And Coach K was in Team USA. All of the NBA players have nothing but respect. Coach K is a legend. Like when you mention Coach K, you got to tip your hat. As much as Kentucky doesn't like Duke, but I mean, you still got to tip your hat. So Coach K had his hands in everything. And then Grant Hill, he's part of Team USA. So he's got they are ingrained into everything.
Yep.
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead. What you was going to say? You said there was
that matters. I mean, honestly. So I want to get to Rob Wright here for just a minute. There's been a lot of negativity. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think there's a little bit of sabotage going on with the media here with Kentucky. I think it's like kicking somebody while they're down, to be honest with you. And I think some of it is that, because right before we went on the show, on the show here tonight, I heard that Rob Wright is still in the decision process. He did go home a few hours ago. He did leave campus. He's in the decision process, and the Kentucky is thinking that there still is a chance that he is supposed to make a decision by tomorrow, and that there's a chance that Rob Wright will still come. So despite all this negativity and all this stuff that these even national media guys are doing, I think there's a chance that there's some sabotage going on in behind the scenes from even some national media people, to be quite honest with you. It's like I said, it's kind of like kicking somebody when they're down.
Well, here's my thing, Brad. You got all these insiders. You say, well, okay, let's give the Donnie Freeman kid, for example. I know that he rescheduled his visit. I get that. But you had all these people saying, well, he's coming tomorrow. There's a crystal ball for Donnie Freeman. I have seen so much BS on X this week that I could write a book.
Absolutely.
I'm not even kidding.
And this money issues, it's not real, guys. I don't care what anybody says. John has some contacts. I'm telling you guys, the money is there. Matter of fact, they're some of the leaders on the money side of things. The money is there. It's not about the money, guys. That's not what it's about. Girls, guys, Madeline could be here. We could have a few.
Can I ask you this, Brad? And I don't mean this mean. And I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You know, me and you go to games. We cover Mark Pope. We cover this team. You cover the women. I'm legit concerned. I really am. And I'm not saying Mark Pope's a bad guy.
Wireman's in the media, and he's telling you guys the same thing. It's not about the money.
He's a great person. But I've heard a lot of people through X and all these other places, you know how they do. He's goofy. He's weird. He does this. He does that.
Again, I think that's a lot of negative stuff just to put out. I really do. Like, I've been around Pope, okay? I've been to games. I've talked to him. I've done things. I've been around him. I've been in front of his family. I've seen how he interacts with the team. I don't see anything that's aloof or silly or like that. I mean, some of the things that the images that's being put out there, for me, is just not real. I mean, it's just not real. Now, like.
Well, then you got the ones that have the whiff man with the Superman suit on. That's what I'm talking about, Brad. We're becoming a meme all over social media because of what's going on, and it's embarrassing, to be honest.
It is, but I agree with Wireman. Wireman said that BBN just needs something good to happen. And I agree with that. Ty, we'll end this negative buzz thing with you and kind of with that. I mean, I think the BBN just needs a couple of good things to happen, don't you?
Yeah, but the way Pope has handled the media, you got to put a little bit of blame on him. You have to. It is what it is. And negative buzz, talking he's weird. What might not seem weird to you might be weird to a kid from New York, California, Washington. You don't know what those kids have been through. You don't know those kids. What you see interacting with that kid and that coach and player interaction, that might not be weird to you. He might be talking just perfectly fine for you, but to another kid, that might be weird. So we can't say that it's not weird how he interacts. I talk to him.
The only time that he has struggled with the fans or media is after losses.
No, it's way more than that. Way more than just losses. Way more. Just way more. That is a player watching a coach watching him like something don't seem right. It just didn't seem right. But back to the weirdness, he really, in a way, even me just watching like the documentary, I'm like, something just didn't seem right. That's just me. But I do believe what Wireman says. Something has to happen good for this fan base to finally. It's like a balloon finally pop and take a deep breath. Once you get that one commit, then maybe everybody could take a deep breath. But until then, it's just going to keep spiraling out of control.
Until you get that big commit.
Here's my thing. Yeah. Kentucky is stuck waiting, okay? To me, that's dangerous, okay? We're waiting on Wright. There's other guards coming off the board. I think Vanderpool got off the board at Providence today, which, by the way, Providence is putting a squad together. I like that coach up there.
I don't know what in the world's going on over there because they got a brand new coach and they be dropping bags.
Man, hey, they bring well, that's that lawyer money.
Something's going on.
Yeah, but to be honest, right now there's a lot of chaos. You know, you got guys like Alec Wilkins coming to visit. You got Terrence Brown, which last I heard
hopefully Freeman comes down after the UConn, but he might not, y'all. His family and stuff is wanting him to go there, so we'll see what happens with that.
Now, I'm going to go to your point. What if all these people are actually playing? Let me run down something real quick. What if all these players or people are seeing that Pope is this guy that just, all right, come on down. We're going to talk to you. And then, like you said, I'm going to use that as leverage to get UConn to up the bag a little bit. Because Pope just might be out of there and think he can really get these kids. And these kids are saying, all right, I'm going to hop down here. Y'all can pay for my little dinner or whatnot. I'm going back to the school that I want to go to and say, hey, Kentucky, this is just a random number, guys. Offered me $10 million. Well, we offer you 10.5. Done. Thank you. And they might have first offered him 4.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Here's my problem, though, Ty. Say you miss out on Wright. Say you miss out on Freeman. Do you realize how big,
Thomas? It does look like he is going to probably land at UConn.
Do you realize what kind of PR that's going to be? That he's missed on 2 of his big targets, and he missed on 2 of them last year.
I mean, I think he does.
John, I think everybody realizes it. That's what all this worry is. I mean, everybody realizes it. I mean, that's what all this negativity, what all this worry is all about. In my opinion, like,
I got one more question for you.
Okay, here, roster construction. What's next? One thing for sure, you have to hit on Wright or Diallo. Do you not?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
basically. If you don't hit on Diallo, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't mean this disrespectful. You might need to call Travis Perry.
Yeah,
I know that sounds.
Yeah, no, I've been lost. I've been lost with you. I'm lost with you.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Brad. And Fisher, what's his name? The one that runs the Kentucky media. Is it Chris Fisher? Maybe I can't think of his name. The Fisher guy.
Chris Fisher's on one of the media platforms.
I think it was Chris. He made a post earlier today.
24/7 or one of them.
Kind of stuck with me. He said Kentucky's roster might not be any better than it was this year.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad?
I think that is right now. I think that's a lot of fear because there's so much negative buzz right after some of these visits. But there hasn't been decisions made. 100%. And my problem is when you start putting out all this negativity, if they go online and see all this, are they going to want to come here?
Yes and no. I mean, I'll be all the way honest. Does social media take a toll? Yeah, it does a little bit, but half of these kids really don't give a crap what these fans have to say about like hating on them and stuff like that. Does it get to them a little bit? Yes, they do read into it, but I don't think like,
after you just left campus, you're not paying attention to it a little bit?
No, not really. I mean, you got to think these kids are about to be multimillionaires. What I mean these kids are about to be that now. Back in the day, they probably did because, you're getting 50, 60,000 per player, maybe 100,000 a player before NIL. But like these kids with freaking pulling up into Rupp Arena with a Rolls Royce. Do you think I care about a fan screaming, "You should play harder"? Do you think they really like? I got a car that's worth your whole year's salary. You know what I'm saying? So do I think they care a little bit? I don't think
Brad mentioned this. Brad mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. He said the one thing that concerns him next year is the double-digit losses. If you have double-digit losses next year,
3 years in a row,
you simply can't.
I mean, I agree with that.
I mean, you can't accept that.
All right, guys. I do have some topics I'm going to try to get to here tonight and a few things. Before we get to a couple of topics here, I do want to mention the Jordan Brand Classic is Friday night. All three of Kentucky women's McDonald's All-Americans, Madden Greenway, Savvy Swords, and Emily McDonald will be playing on the women's team in the Jordan Brand Classic. This is out in L.A., in an area out in L.A. this time. It is not in Chicago. I did look this up. Of course, Tyron Stokes will be playing for the men, and a commitment here for Kentucky. I did put possible on there that's playing in the Jordan Brand Classic. And Ty, this is a Nike event. Like, if Nike is behind some of this and he's going to make a commitment based on what Nike is leaning him to do, is there a chance that he commits at the Jordan Brand Classic? Because I think this is the last one, No,
I don't think he's committing anytime soon.
Go ahead.
I think at the Nike, no, because even in the Adidas contract with Kansas, there is writing that he can wear a Nike shoes at Kansas right now. So no, I don't. We all talk about him selling the shoes and everything, but no, he can wear the jumpsuits. That's Nike, all that. But when he's on the floor, he has to wear Adidas, Kansas apparel, Adidas, but he can wear Nike shoes. But no, I don't think. I said it on the TikTok live with us. I said he's probably going to be not this week, next week, maybe a little bit further. I said that, and I still believe that. I still think we're like two weeks away.
The reason why I think he don't announce is he's the number one recruit in the country. He's going to want to have balloons, hats, tables, a big crowd where he goes to school. He's wanting the whole shebang, Brad, in my opinion. And he's wanting to do it the right way, and which I don't blame the kid. If I was the number one player in the country and I was doing all this, I would do everything that he's doing. the attention. That's just what it is today, especially in this day and age.
At some point, I might sign the damn contract so I can get all that damn money.
I don't think he does that. Nowadays with these young kids, it's all about videos. It's all about TikTok. It's all about Instagram. Yeah. I think he's going to. I think if like I don't think they're going to do they might do a signing, but I think he's going to be a legit video of like a pan through video of him and all of his steps. And then next thing you know, you're going through the hallway and either he's in Kansas or he's at UK standing in Rep Arena. It's going to be something like that, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%, but like, I mean, I just thought, there was some talk 6 weeks ago that he might announce at the Nike Hoop Summit. I know the Jordan Brand Classic is a Nike event too, so I just thought I'd ask you.
Wireman said, if I was the number one kid, I'd land a helicopter on the Fayette Mall and come out to Ric Flair music.
I can see Wireman out here now. Woo!
All right, guys. I do want to get to some other stuff, but I want to end this here with Madden Greenway, Savvy Swords, and Emily McDonald. They have played really well at the other two events. McDonald's All-American. Emily McDonald won the 3-point shooting contest. Even beat the Crow kid that's going to Missouri, the 5-star kid, in the dual like men and women's deal there for the 3-point contest. She had 18, he had 15, and beat him. And then Madden and Savvy played really well Saturday night in the Nike Hoop Summit. So just really cool to see them get to play in all three of these events. And then Emily get to play in 2 of them. So just super excited about that opportunity for all of them. So I want to say that. All right. Now, guys, we're going to switch this up, and I'm going to do something else here real quick. We're going to do one of our old promos here for our no-fly zone.
Negative Ghost Rider.
That's not going to fly here.
Guys, we're going to do a little no-fly zone here at the Big Fuss Show. Going to switch up a couple of things here. We're going to do a show segment here called the No-Fly Zone. Ty, basically, I'm going to give you some topics, and you're going to tell me if it's a fly or a no-fly.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna have a little fun with it. We do a little debate topics here, and we're gonna say, do we think this should fly or no? This is no fly. This shouldn't happen. So, all right, I got a few here about basketball. I've got a few here about some football. So, the first one that I'm going to do with you guys is I'm going to talk about Deion Sanders for just a minute with you guys. Deion Sanders at Colorado, he's had a little bit of struggle. They just had their spring game on Saturday. Attendance is way down from the first year that he was there. There's not a lot of buzz. Matter of fact, there was some buzz that basically is saying that his team looks really small at the spring game on Saturday. And my question to you guys is this: does Deion Sanders survive through the end of this season? Does he make it another year?
I think he survives just for the mere fact he just got a big contract. They're committed to him, Brad. I think, last year they was
ball games last year. What if he wins 4 this year? He's got, look at their record. I mean, their schedule. Well, it's not great.
Let's be honest. The roster is almost another rebuild again.
Yeah.
So he's already being mentioned in the hot seat discussions going into 26. The fan interest has kind of cooled off a little bit since Prime got there. I feel like he survives if they get back to a bowl game. They don't bottom out in the Big 12. They show some stability at quarterback. I think, without his son, I'm interested to see where they go because they didn't have a great year last year at quarterback. They had switched in and out of quarterbacks, the recruiting. Now, if it's another 5 or worse year, I think you got to talk about it a little bit. So I'm going to say no fly for this one. I think he does survive, and I think he keeps his job. Now, the next year, if he struggles this year and he has another year where he don't get to a bowl game, I think he might be gone. Let's be honest.
All right, Ty, what do you got? Are you flying with Sanders to stay at Colorado, or are you no fly?
I'm going no fly. They're going to chase that man out with that Buffalo chasing him out of Colorado. If he has another losing season, that 54 or 5 year deal, they're going to eat that. They're just going to eat that. Colorado got money. Them fools going to pay.
I meant to say fly instead of no fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got confused on what no fly. I got confused on what it.
That Buffalo's going to chase his butt up out of Colorado. The Mile High City, he gone. I don't see Colorado keep getting their butts whooped night in and night out. If he does, get to a bowl, like you said, I think they would keep him. But if he has a losing season, he's out. He can Deion shuffle up out of there.
I mean, go look at the schedule they got to play. I mean, it's not great, to be honest with you, for them. I mean, I think he's in trouble here. I mean, I think they could have 4, maybe 4 wins here on this team after a 3-win season last year. I mean, now that Travis Hunter and his son's gone, Shadur's gone, they don't look so hot.
All right, we got breaking news.
We do?
We got breaking news. Yeah, and this is from y'all's women's side. Y'all got another one from Alabama, Collins. Diana Collins from Alabama just committed to UK about a minute ago.
Okay. All right. So Kenny's back at work. So like, I had said that he was kind of quiet for a few days, but he got the Patterson girl from UConn, now picking up from Alabama. So I mean, Alabama lost their coach, so they had quite a few in the portal after losing their coach. So that's probably a pretty good pickup from SEC to SEC, to be honest with you. All right. One more, I got a couple more here. Another topic here, guys. College football conference championship games. There's been a lot of talk now with the new 12-team, possibly 16-team college football playoff. Should they continue? They've already went to 9 games in the SEC. Should conferences continue with the conference championship games? Stay would be fly and go would be no fly.
There's different reasons for it, Brad. I feel like you got the whole expanded college football playoff. They don't always matter for true titles anymore, okay? Risk of injury. I feel like you got leagues with the SEC and Big Ten expanding. The 2 best teams isn't always clean. It's messy. And then another thing, why they should stay, they create a clear statement in the regular season. Money, TV ratings, rivalries, playoff seedings. I still feel like winning a conference can still improve your playoff. The middle ground is you have the top 2 teams play for the title. No divisions. You just got all straight down like SEC. The top 2 play each other. There's still divisions. And I think we're reaching a point now where I think divisions are going to be gotten rid of. Don't you think, Ty? Like the division part of it is probably gone pretty soon, probably in the next 3 to 4 years. You're just going to have a whole conference and you're going to have the first 2 most likely playing each other for a championship game. But I think it's a fly, Brad. I think it should stay. I think it's big for TV ratings. The SEC championship has always been fun to me. I've always enjoyed it. It's primetime television. You know, you got Georgia most of the time in it, Alabama, Texas has been there as of recent. I still think it's good for the fans and rivalries and just ratings.
I'll tell you this much, though, John. The coaches don't like it. Kirby don't like it. Lane Kiffin don't like it. Like and the reason why is they're already adding a loss to 8 of the 16 SEC teams by going to 9 games. They're adding a loss to 8 of the 16 teams. So if you play the championship game on top of that, then you add another loss to another team.
Breaking news.
I'll say this real quick. Hold on a minute. Conference championships probably shouldn't be gone, Brad, but they do need to be kind of reformed. Right now, they're kind of stuck in that modern structure. They need to match what the playoff era is doing, in my opinion.
Breaking news. Our boy from Syracuse just landed at the airport. Donnie Freeman is officially in Lexington. Just landed at the airport.
Rescheduling tonight. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on.
And that is coming straight from Jeff Goodman. So
that is positive news. So I don't like. Listen, if in all reality, okay, if things were as bad as everybody was making them out to be earlier this afternoon, I promise you, a kid like Donnie Freeman, who was just at UConn, would not fly into Lexington tonight.
I'm going to play your devil's advocate. He could be doing it for leverage. We just don't know at this point.
They've already talked to him, so he already has some leverage.
Yeah, they already talked to him. But if I come back and be like, hey, if my agent says, hey, they offered him 8, UConn's going to offer him 9.
Kid comes in on the same night, the same day that there's all this negativity. If there's real negativity going on up there,
that's why I say.
Problem, Brad,
no one listens to that.
Nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's just running with all these internet rumors.
That proves to me that up there within those walls, that there's not any real negativity.
Can't say that. You don't know what's going on in house. You just don't. You don't know. Everyone's speculating. Everyone is just speculating at this point. You don't know what's going on behind them walls. We don't.
I didn't say I know.
No. I'm saying we don't know if there's negativity. Saying
sometimes those tea leaves, you can read them pretty strong most of the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. So Ty, back to the question. Conference championship game, stay or go?
Football.
Stay. I don't watch football, but I love watching the SEC championship. I have fun with it. I think it's fun.
Say that it needs better structure, Brad. It needs to fit the playoff format.
It should be included. In my opinion, the championship games should be included in the college football playoff instead of expanding. Include their conference championship games in the college football playoff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that's the way to go. And I do think it should stay, but there needs to be some middle ground where it needs a little bit of tuning.
No. All right. Another one here. 5 years of eligibility in 5 years after high school. This is something that is being talked about heavily. There is supposed to be a vote coming up within the committee pretty soon on this one. John, are you, with all the eligibility issues that's going on in college sports right now, and we got kids that are coming back for year 7 and year 8 and year 9 and all this stuff that's going on, are you for or against? For would be fly, against would be no fly. Are you for or against the 5 years eligibility after high school?
I think it's a no, Brad, because it blocks a lot of freshmen. If older players stay longer, you're going to have fewer roster spots, basically.
Yeah, but if you don't do something, Cameron Fletcher is coming back for another damn year at High Point, John.
So my answer is
Fletcher played with in 19 or something at Kentucky.
Some teams already rely on 22, 24-year-olds. Adding more time to that makes it even less developmental. Instead of a 5-year eligibility, the sport is moving. I feel like it's more driven towards NIL, more transfers, fewer players staying. Not more time, but I think it's trending towards less structure. A full 5-year eligibility system, I think, would help development and stability, I think. But the one thing it does hurt, Brad, it's going to hurt recruiting and NBA. The problem is it's going to slow the pipeline down for top players like the one and dones that don't want to stay longer. And I think that's a no-fly. And I just think if you've had your 4 years, I think your time's up, you're done. 7 years, 6 years is what are we doing at this point?
Yeah, but John, the reason why that's happening is not because of the NCAA. It's because of the courts and not proper rules. This would be a rule that could keep that from happening.
Well, I'm all for it then, because I feel like 5 years is too much.
Is max. So, Ty, for you, is this fly or no fly?
I think it's fly. Because you have to think of it. If a kid gets injured, okay, you got 5 years. Now you get injured, you still get that year back pretty much. So you still get your 4 years.
Yeah.
If a kid gets injured, freshman, sophomore, junior, whatever, senior year, guess what? You can come back. And I'll add one more to it. You can transfer 1 year without being penalized.
Yep.
You transfer 1 year. That's part that you got 5 years to finish this thing out.
Part of this deal.
And after 5 years, you're done. It is what it is.
The transfer rule needs a cap on it, I think.
Well, you got to do that within some legalities that will hold up in court. That's what's wrong with the rule.
Well, here's the problem, Brad.
You can't just throw it out there and say we have this rule. It's got to hold up in court.
I saw names in this portal that was in there 3 or 4 years ago.
I just threw one. Cameron Fletcher. I mean, Askew played this year. Devin Askew. Do y'all remember that kid?
Played at Villanova, yeah.
Played at Villanova. He played at Kentucky like 27 years ago.
Yeah.
Played for Cal as well.
Played for Kentucky. Yeah.
I mean, what is he? 32, and he's still playing college? I'm exaggerating a little bit.
I always joked about it when Cal went to Kansas.
I'm exaggerating a little bit, guys, but for real, this dude is still in college playing.
Ty, remember this when Cal Perry was at Kentucky. There was a player by the name of Perry Ellis that played at Kansas.
Yo, I haven't heard that name in forever. Oh, my God. You just – oh, shoot.
Brad used to tell me about him. He said, I believe he was in college for 20 years.
Yeah.
Hey, what was it? What was the dudes at Duke? Yep, you're getting there. Yeah, I see it. What's it? That I swear he was there for 15
Barman
years.
Says Cameron Fletcher just retired from Toyota.
You talking about
the Plumleys? I swear there was a Plumlee there for 15 years.
Yeah, it seemed like there was
that the Plumlee. That was like 14 brothers or something like that.
Yes, but it seemed like you have one brother and then you had another brother just pop up, and he would play.
Yeah, their parents were busy. Is all I got to say.
Man, they need yeah.
I mean,
we know what their extracurricular activities was.
I see the sign back there. Help wanted.
Exactly. That's what they was doing. They was filling the needs. Okay. But as far as that rule, I have a theory. We do one transfer. You do one transfer, and then if a coach was to leave, then I believe you should have a automatic transfer, no questions asked. You know,
I'm okay with a 4-year grad transfer too. If you got that 5th year and you haven't used one, and you got a 5th year and you've already graduated, I'm okay with a grad transfer too.
Yeah.
Well, here's the problem. If coaches are doing it, then okay. Ty kind of back me up on this because he's a coach. I hear all the time, well, coaches enter the portal. Why can't the players? Like what I mean portal by going to other places.
No, you're right. Coach. You're right.
Why can't the players do it? Well, if you're going to let the coaches do it, you got to let the players do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just there has to be a cap on it. Okay,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm for this. I'm absolutely for this. I'm tired of seeing these kids like get 7 years, 8 years, and all this stuff that's going on.
I talked to a mid-major coach yesterday, Ty, and this is what he told me. This is a guy I think he's in the SoCon. I can't remember. He said it was assistant. He told me that the coach lost 4 players off his team 2 or 3 years ago. He had to replace a whole roster. Do you know what it's killing? It's not killing the Power Fives. It's killing these mid-majors. These SoCon teams, the Ohio Valley, they're the ones being punished.
Yeah.
To me.
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate with you here. Is it killing them, or is it giving more opportunities for people that didn't get recruited to play in that situation? Like those high schoolers.
There's another side of that too. Like you have to replace the whole team. Like if you don't have any influx of talent coming through that area, where are you going to go? To the band?
Well, you better get on your assistants. You better get on your assistants to go recruit. I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying, but you better.
Question, like me and Brad mentioned this the other day. We was talking about Kentucky commits. He said, "What we're gonna do? Go out here and get a bunch of kids from YMCA?" Like,
I mean, now I think us three can play. Honestly, right now we don't have no signees, so us three, we'll put Wireman at the right beside Marino. Hey, we got this.
Hey,
we can't do anything.
Wireman can be a stretch 4.
Man, I seen that jump shot back in the day, Wireman. Don't lie to us.
He's done a little Larry Bird in him, I think.
All right, one more March Madness expansion. Are y'all for or against fly or no fly?
Oh, God.
Oh, goodness. I think it's a bad idea, Brad, and this is one that's going to go down a rabbit hole because it's.
I mean, I'll be simple with it. I don't like the fact that we're even debating like 17 and 14 power conference teams now. I'm not a fan of that now at 68. So
okay, go
for
ahead.
me, like if all this is going to do is people are going to say, well, their record against power, quad ones and power conference teams and blah, blah, blah. And they're 17 and 17 and they deserve to be in over a team that's got 30 damn wins. If that's all it's going to do, then I'm not for it. If you're going to give some spots to some of these smaller schools that don't get a chance when these teams won't go play them, if you're not going to give them a chance, then don't expand it. That's my opinion.
Here's my take on it. This is why I think it's bad. It waters down the sport. The tournament is special because not everyone gets in, okay? Expanding it from, 68 to what are they going to do, 76? Means you're basically going to have more mediocre teams in. You're going to have
24 play-in teams, 12 play-in games.
You're going to have average teams and weekend what already works. You're going to have possibly 12 play-in games.
I don't know about y'all, but I can't wait to watch a Tuesday night play-in game between, I don't know, 2 500 power conference schools. Like I just can't wait. How about you, Ty?
only way I would like to do it is if they gave the smaller, they gave those 24s to all small schools. That's the only way I would like that. I don't want no more SECs, Big Ten. I don't want none of that. I want the teams that should have probably made it if they were SEC. If you put it to 24 of the small schools competing to get into the dance, I would probably enjoy it because they're going to play 10 times harder.
At least give 12 of them. It's 12 games, 24 teams. Mm-hmm. At least give 12 teams out of these smaller conferences a chance to go beat one of these damn schools.
Right. Now that's the only way I would like it. That would be the only way I would like it if you gave those things to it.
By the way, our target Magoon Gwath, just committed to DePaul.
DePaul.
We just got lockered by DePaul.
Well,
I'm just telling you.
Hold up. Let me see.
I don't even know what to say to that, to be honest. I'm kind of lost for words.
This has got to be some type of sick joke.
It's got to be a sick joke.
I'm telling you, it's getting. I'll be honest, it's getting embarrassing right now.
But
just a little.
Well, I really believe. I mean, I said it before. Maybe that they're.
Maybe he wants to go be a star at DePaul. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. Maybe they said you could take 20, 30 shots. Pope might said you could take 10.
He is a good shooter, so I mean, maybe he wants to take 20 shots.
Michael Hunt's a good buddy of mine. I actually met him at the game. Me and Brad had talked about bringing him on a couple of times. He was talking about he don't trust his coaching staff. Now, to be fair, Mo Williams is, I think, fine. He played in the NBA. He's a former All-Star. But somebody's going to have to get to Pope and just, I don't know, get him to where he don't say nothing in the negotiations.
How about just don't be there in negotiations? How about that's the reason why you hire a GM and you're just not there? Do everything else. Just stay out of the negotiations.
To be fair, Brad, the coach is always going to do that. That's not all coaches, but most coaches want to be there when that happens.
Yeah. When you're struggling, closing, you got to change something. You can't keep doing the same shit.
Yep. Yeah, I agree with you.
No, you're right about that. But
I'm just saying.
I mean, to be a fly on the wall.
All right, John, I do want to get to something with Kentucky football here. It was a big deal a couple of days ago. Will Stein landed the number 2 quarterback in the 2027 class. He is number 32 overall in the Rivals class rankings. Jake Narot from Illinois. He is a legacy recruit for Iowa. So a lot of people thought he was going to end up at Iowa. His father played there at Iowa, was a big-time kid there. So, John, this is huge. I mean, this is Kentucky football landing the number 2 quarterback in the country. Oregon was after this kid. Texas has been after this kid.
This is how you change a program in the SEC. You know, the Jake Narot, the 4-star, is very, very big. To me, he's prioritizing the elite quarterback play. That's something that Kentucky has not consistently had, let's be honest. The only quarterback we really had in the last couple of years was really Will Levis. He brought in 30-plus transfers. The national media is all over him. That's different from the old Kentucky model. Let's be honest. Now, I'll say this, Brad, and there's a lot of negatives too. He's still unproven as a head coach. He hasn't coached a full year. Now, that recruiting momentum to me has to turn into wins. Now, you did lose a commit earlier, DJ Hunter. You kind of priced him for better quarterback, I think. There was some early misses on the recruiting front early in the spring. I think he's kind of made up for it. I think they got another crystal ball today for another kid. I can't remember his name. He's choosing between Vanderbilt, I think, and somebody else with us. I think they crystal balled him to UK. So Kentucky's being aggressive, Brad. He's finding quarterback talent. He's recruiting nationally. He's going after blue chip players. If he keeps stacking this kind of talent and this quarterback talent, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Kentucky could get to the college football playoff.
I mean, it's early. That's a bold statement right now. You're saying could, but with this kind of talent,
you still need top 15 classes and need to win some.
Yeah, but if you can land a kid like this, John, other kids want to play with him. When you land the number 2 guy in football, the number 2 quarterback, other kids are going to want to come to play with him. Running back, wide receivers. Yeah, they're gonna want to come to play with him. Tight ends, things of that nature is going to want to come play for a quarterback like this with this kind of talent. And this is a huge deal.
Everybody's talking about Stein, but I want to kind of give shout out to Jay Bateman, to the defense. What he's done to revamp that whole defense, I've heard some really good stuff from the defensive side of the ball. I'm hearing that Ty Bryant is having an absolute crazy spring.
So with that said, I mean, to be honest with you guys, go get out to Kroger Field. I changed it there. This is a pick of Kroger Field during the season this year after a game that I was at. Get out to Kroger Field here on Saturday. The spring game is this Saturday, the 18th. I will be there. If John's going to go, I've got him on the list. I think he's going on Saturday. It is at 11 o'clock in the morning Eastern time.
Oh, are we actually on the list? That's what I was going to ask you.
Well, I'm supposed to be. I haven't gotten the list yet, but I'll probably get it tomorrow, Thursday. But I am planning on being there anyway. Yeah, but for you guys, it's the only way to see the action. It's not going to be on TV. It's not going to be on SEC Network. So you have to get out to Kroger Field to see this game. They are going to play some live tackle snaps during this game. It's going to be fun. It's fast-paced. There's a lot of energy. There's a lot of buzz going on. And some 5-star talent. I mean, CJ Baxter's there. There's some Lance Hurd is there. I mean, there's some 5-star talent, 4-star with Minchie and a few others. Nick Anderson, Javante. I mean, there's some really good kids that Will Stein, Joe Sloan, Jay Bateman has brought in here.
Now, I'm not sure.
Get out to Kroger Field.
I'm not sure if CJ Baxter will play much or Barnes. He's kind of holding them out a little bit.
He is in the spring because they have some
injuries. Yeah.
Well, they're not injured, but they have some injury history, and he's just trying to keep it healthy.
History, yeah. And I know fans are thinking, well, what's it going to be like there? They're probably not going to play a lot of football. I mean, they are. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be mostly drills and tackling.
It's going to be about a half, I think. It's going
to be a lot of interviews with the media, a lot of coaches. It's going to be a fun experience, to be honest.
It's going to be the first live look for fans. So get out to Kroger Field on Saturday. It's at 11 a.m. I think it's going to go for about an hour and a half or 2 hours and be done. But it's going to be a fun day. It's free. You can't beat free, Ty.
Not at all. I like free.
I wouldn't be shocked if there's some recruits on campus.
Oh, I think there absolutely will be some recruits on campus because the buzz around the program is huge right now. And if you're a fan, like, you can't beat getting to go out in this situation and not spend a dime, basically, and go watch the new coach and new team and new players. So get out to Kroger Field on Saturday for the Kentucky spring game. It's going to be a fun one. I can't wait to go and be there and get to be up front and be there for media. It's going to be fun. So, all right. All that said, I did want to end up with that. I appreciate you guys, man. We always have a little fun here at College Sportscast. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to add before we leave?
All right. There just was a tweet. Now, I'm just throwing this out here. The Kentucky point guard situation is getting very, very interesting. ... From Jeff Goodman. Now, he's the one that's reported that. Oh boy. So I don't know. If
Goodman has been saying that Wright was a Kentucky lean.
Mm-hmm.
Wireman says, "Let's stay on till midnight."
Let's stay on to midnight.
Yeah.
Wireman, when's the last time you've been up till midnight?
I will say that if you want to go to X, be at your own apparel.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you.
Mm.
Yeah, I know, Joe. We had just mentioned that earlier about Magoon to DePaul. Yeah, that's kind of a, I don't know.
Shocker.
To me, that's, I don't know.
Shocker, actually.
I mean, I didn't really think about a team like DePaul kind of snatching in and giving him a bag. You know what I mean? Like,
did we think Providence would give somebody a bag like that?
Who knows at this point, Dean? He said, "Will Wright commit to Kentucky?" At this point,
we're all waiting, man. That's all I can say. They're saying maybe by tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, that they will know something about a point guard. That's about all I can tell you right now.
At this point, us three are signing Kentucky for all we know.
Yeah,
Brad's on the bench. Me and Ty's going to play forward and guard.
Yeah,
and Brad's going to hold our water for us.
I guarantee I can shoot better than you can. We won't bet.
Just wait till later. I got a meme that AI thing that you really don't.
I guarantee I can shoot better than you can. I played for a long time. We're not talking about no football here, offensive lineman.
I need you back up here, man.
I got you. I got my memes ready. Don't you worry. I got my memes ready.
Hey, I got an AI video that he hates, so we're all good.
Oh Lord, look at his face already.
There's a reason for that.
Oh yeah, there is.
Oh boys. Oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
it's getting deep in here.
Like I said the other night, you keep on, you'll be locked out of these shows. You'll be boycott. Boycott Hammond.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, all I can hear the phone call right now is just like this.
I don't know who you are.
Exactly.
I don't know.
But I will find you.
I can hear that right now.
Absolutely.
Oh goodness.
Oh shit.
Oh,
absolutely. All right, guys. It has been fun. We will probably try to maybe come back in on Saturday and kind of keep this going through the portal season and stuff. I will say this, pretty soon the NFL draft is coming. I think it's like the 23rd or something like that. So we might touch on the NFL draft a little bit the next show that we do. So just want to throw that out there so you guys know as well. So, all right, we will wrap this up. All the college kids will be getting NFL draft. So I want to cover that just a little bit. So, and we'll talk about some of the top kids in there.
The Cowboys are coming, baby.
How about them boys? Woo! Let's go.
Go Cowboys.
That's right, baby. It's our year this year.
I can't wait for more disappointment. That's all I got to say.
Oh, no, not with us. We never disappoint. We're right on time, baby.
The geriatrics are strong around here.
Don't you worry about a thing. We're ready to go this year.
The geriatrics are strong around here.
So we mess around. We're gonna have watch parties.
See, the geriatrics are strong around here.
Go Bears, he said. Thomas Cow.
Don't make me break out my Cowboys jersey and my hat. I got my Cowboy hat too.
Go Pack, go around here. All right. So no Bears either.
Yeah.
No Lions and no Bears.
I got one thing to say before we get off here. The Packers have had one Super Bowl in the last decade. They're like the Cowboys. They're a has-been.
And y'all ain't had one since like the first George Bush was in office.
Why did we get a shot? Hold on. Whoa. Why? What did we do? We're just why? Why was that? Well, where did that come from? Did we need that? No.
Yes.
No, we didn't need that. That was unnecessary.
I don't know. Like maybe win a playoff game once a decade before you run your mouth. I don't know. Maybe.
But guess what? Guess what everyone's record is right now? What is everyone's record right now?
I don't know.
It's 0-0. 0-0.
Yeah, y'all
Wait,
bunch of zeros.
Zero.
Y'all bunch of zeros. I can tell you that. Y'all got all the zeros you need.
You want to borrow some?
This has been good.
All right, I'm signing off. Y'all have a good one. We will catch you guys on Saturday.
Oh, have a good one.